company, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, folks, we're going to talk about the Treasury bond market today. As you can see, we've had an explosive move up over more than two full points today. This is a flight to quality. I'm sure the people in the know are watching. See, we've taken out the February highs, are watching this because this is how crashes happen, folks. If these people come to the Treasury bond market to, protect their capital, if that's what the way they want to look at it, I think it's the wrong way to do, but that's what they usually do is they buy these bonds and notes and they explode to the upside. If we take a look at the notes, this is what, just a second, get the wrong one up here. And we'll be right back with you on the Treasury notes. They're just right around that same spot right over here. Where are the Treasury notes? Under T. There they are right there. And we'll get that up on the daily. And you'll see that these also have exploded to the upside big time fashion. Remember, we had that nice bottom down in here. Look where we are now. We've gone from 107 all the way up to, wow, we just had a big move right there. Holy cow, let me look at something right here. I didn't think that it just did that, but let's look and see what happened. No, it hasn't even made a new high on the day yet. Treasury bonds have made a new high on the day, but the notes have not. And these are the bigger ones, so that gives some a possibility. We start getting above here, folks, then be really careful. If we make new lows on the day today in some of these things, especially after what's just happened here in the there's your daily range today. There's your 382. If we start going below here, then you're going to probably see the Dow down 1,500 to even higher. I think that someday in the near future, the Dow is going to be down more than 1,900 points in one day. The reason why is the biggest move that it ever had on the upside was, I believe, 1,100. You multiply that times 1.618, and that gets you out to about 1,800, and that'll tell you pretty much what you're watching here as you're looking. There is a chance, and it's a slight chance. I'll show it to you right now. If you just give me a second here. We're going to look at the E-mini now for just a second, because this is what, this is the largest of all. You can see we went up to a 50% retracement here from the early morning high, which is good. But the AI program that we were looking at this morning said that the bottom should come in right about here. And so far it has, and now this might be the pullback. So if we can rally into the end of the day, this last part of the day really doesn't count very much, folks. And the reason for that is because after you've gone through 222 at this time of the day at 1 o'clock, the odds are that the thing will be less accurate. Sometimes it's perfect, but the odds favor that it's less accurate. It still can be good, but less accurate. So after about the last 2 hours of trading, I really don't watch the AI too much. I do watch it, but I'm not as surprised if it does. It does really good early in the morning. Those are the key times that we get off of the Floor Traders handbook. Okay, now let's go over here and take a look at the gold market. If you remember, I sent this video out last night saying we should be making a triple top in the gold market, and we certainly did. There was your triple top. Let me just show you what happened. Of course, the report came out and changed all that, but let's get this over here. There it is right there. There's your 3 drive. Boom, bang, bang. The market backed off. You had a $15 profit going into the report, and on the pullback here, the market stopped exactly at the 382, which would have been your profit objective. Then the market exploded to the upside, okay? And then it's dropped $70, folks. And look on the rally back. Let's just clean this out so we can see it a little bit. I know you get tired of listening to all these numbers and stuff, but that's all I got, folks. I haven't got anything fancy. I could put in some moving averages, but I don't know what they mean. Don't even know how to spell them, actually. There's your 382 rally back right here. This is $70, folks. That's a big move in gold. It took an hour and a half. Look how long it took to make that $70 on the upside. The reason why, folks, fear is a greater emotion than greed. That's why the bottoms are easier to find than tops, because tops are made by euphoria, and they go sometimes a little too high, and that's not unusual too. So those are some of the things that we're watching here today. Looking at the gold here on the longer term daily chart, there's where you can see this is what did it make that secondary pattern? Hold on just a second. I've got to refresh this because we switched over to the December. This will just take a second. There we go. And I'll bet you it made this one too. I missed this one from last night. There's your AB leg. There's your CD leg. No, it missed that one by $32. This is the one we were watching. This was the 3 drive right here. This is the one we were paying attention to on that hourly chart. That's the one that looked the best for us. And so anyway, that's what's going on with this. So we'll keep a close eye on the gold here. We want to have a question about silver is in the air, so let me get it up here and get it over here. I got 2 other questions that someone asked me about, but here's silver. Silver didn't really break down very much, actually, folks. This is the daily on silver. Okay, now let's just refresh this. Go to a 60-minute. Okay, and remember we had this 382 level up here. We went up and got it again today. See how weak silver is? All it did is went up, took out all those stops, all right, and then dropped $1. And then on the rally back, let's just see what it did on the rally back. Hold on a second here. There was your high right here. And your, just try to do it right, Larry. There it is, your high. It's right there. Your 382 came in right here at 59, and that was the 382 on that one. Okay? All right, now let's move on to a couple other things that people have asked me about. One is the euro, and then we'll also do the British pound. Norm Winski will be our guest here at the break here. Here's the euro. Get it up right here. It should be having a nice little run up because of the big move here. This is where we had the pullback right here. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's been down for 2 weeks, folks. It didn't quite make the 618 this morning. It missed it by just a heartbeat, and then it had this big move to the upside. This is probably the same thing. That can't be the same thing that took gold up, and the reason why is gold was rallying because of the weaker dollar. Hold on one second. Let's get this up here. See where it was. Yeah, see, here's where it took off right when the report came out. And remember, gold went straight up and then came straight down. This has not done that. So it's a big difference. That's why these markets are different, and you got to pay attention to them. Otherwise, they're going to hand you your lunch. And unless you eat very meagerly, it's not going to help you. So let's take a look at the British pound. Hold on one second here. Very interesting here because we had a family member. We have a lot of friends in Europe. We have a family member that was going to go to, hold on just a second, to London, and he wanted to buy the British pounds. And I told him yesterday, I said, if you get down to this 172, 1272, and there it was. And then look at this, it's only 5%, but enough to buy a couple of tacos and a fish sandwich over there in the UK. We're going to take a little break here. 877-927-6648.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
The stock market is a delicate, interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Okay, folks, I wanted to bring this chart up of the gold here. As you can see here, this is the area where we were thinking the 3 drives would come in. You had the breakdown, then you had the rally up to the 78% level. This green line is the that neural network that we use to help predict where the timing is. You can do this yourself. I've told you many times how to do that. But these are all in the Floor Trader's Handbook too. But this is the key time of the day. It's usually 10 to 11 o'clock. And then you can see the rally back stopped right at the 382. And how did it do it? And this is why I stick with what I try to understand what I'm doing. I don't always do it that way, but there it is right there. There's your ABCD pattern coming in right here at 280, and it's got some money in it now. If you were able to forget the green line, but if you did that, that's exactly what you're looking at. Okay, now let's move over on and talk about the wheat market. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second here on the wheat. Something big has happened, folks. I got to say this because this is something that could be really important for us today for the market holding. And I'm telling you, I mean that sincerely. Hold on a second. Let me get that Treasury note back up here. Here's the Treasury notes again. Okay, here's the Treasury notes. Okay, we're just looking at the Treasury notes, okay? Now, what we're seeing here, you see this was made early in the morning. And if you take them, remember, the notes are 6 times bigger in open interest and volume than the Treasury bonds. Treasury bonds are for the speculators. Now, look. There was the Treasury notes, okay? Now, look, they have not taken out that high, and all they've been able to do. This is very important because this means that there might not be a flight to quality, and if these bonds start to sell off, that will cause the market to rally. And that's how it'll happen. Because if you look at the Treasury bonds, which is right over here, you're going to see what we're going to do is we're going to look at that same chart, and you're going to see that they took out the high by quite a bit. Now, this is an 8-minute, but you can see it did take out the high right here, and by quite a bit, but the notes did not. That may mean something. So I'm not watching the indexes right now because I'm not concerned about what's going to happen, because I know they're going to go lower. The question is, are they going to hold this low today, or are they going to not hold this low? So let's take a quick look at the old S. Let's get rid of both of these now. This is really important, because if we take this out, we're going to see a crash in the market. We might not see it today, but we're probably going to see one. I just don't know when it's going to happen. Let's see where we are here with that. How high we get? 20. We got the 125 even number. Doesn't mean very much. Okay, get it out, and let's take a quick overlook at these current. Just a minute, folks. Okay, where are we at here now? Oh, I think we're coming back pretty good, aren't we? Not so much. Where are we at here? No, we're still backing off here. They haven't really done very much. There's the E-mini. We'll keep watching it. As long as it can hold this low, we got a chance. And then if we can take out this high, then that'll be pretty good. I think I mentioned that remember we always talk about the ABCDs in the market. Here's the beautiful ABCD. Remember, this took 2 hours to complete right here, folks. Almost 2 hours. But there's your ABCD pattern right in there. And the market went from 54 all the way down, dropped 100 handles, folks. That's a big drop. So right now we're seeing whether we can hold up into this area right here. I believe it depends on the bonds and the notes, because that's where the money is going to be flowing, because that market's a lot bigger than the stock market. And those are the few things that we're paying close attention to here this morning. All right, we have a question about Mr. Appel that we looked at last week and every day since that time. Hold on a second. Norm Winski will be our guest here in about 8 minutes, so stay tuned. He's got some really heavy cycle stuff coming in now, which is another reason that we might hold on and get a rally in here. Hold on, there's where we are. Wow. You know, Apple has done incredibly well today, folks. Look at this. This is actually up on the day. Yeah, look at this. This is one of the few things that's up on the day. The Dow's down 900 points, and Apple's rallied $8, $9. Boy, if this hadn't been rallying, the Dow would have been in even worse trouble. My goodness. The pullback that we had yesterday looked exactly at, I say I don't look at these very often, right there at that level. There it is, right there. Okay, so that's the main thing that I want to mention to you. Okay, now let's take a look at someone asked about Tesla, and then we have hold on 1 second, we'll get Tesla up here. Going to have a long newsletter this weekend, folks, so expect it sometime Sunday morning, and got all day to work on it on Saturday. So Tesla, let me get this up here. Got a lot of things to cover. All right, here's Tesla. It's not doing so well. It's still heading down. Remember this, the price of Tesla on this daily, if you remember, is getting down where I think we were supposed to. There it is, getting down to this level right about in here. There was a 382. Let's get this up here. This is the daily. Move this over just a little bit. Going to draw these in just to show you. There's your high right up here. And then the market rallies. Misses the 382 by 235, $1, less than $1 right there. And now we're heading down. And that tells us that we're most probably looking at this ABCD coming down here at 189, I believe was the longer one that we were watching. Let's draw that in and see if that's the case here. There's your AB leg right here. There's your CD leg. Yeah, somewhere between 95 and 189 would what I'd be watching for in the Tesla. Now let's talk about the wheat. I've had several people ask me about the wheat. I haven't looked at it today because there's too many things that just can't do too much. There's the December wheat. We are having a little bit of a rally here. It's continuing on from the last lower highs. So we've had higher highs in here, lower bottoms. That means we're in an uptrend. Today's low, you can see it was backed off just a little bit. These are backing off much farther, but it looks like this is probably an exact 382 off of this one right here, I'd be my guess. And there it is. That's the 382 off of this, and still moving higher. So we do have higher bottoms in here. So if we add another part of that old equation we look at, which is the just a second here, which is the ABCD pattern right here, ABCD, And we just made it just a little while ago up here at 64. So it started to back off a little bit. You can see there's been a lot of action. Let's look at this on the 8-minute and see if it jumps around. Yeah, look at this. There's a lot of action going on up here. Now we had the 3 higher highs in here. Let's try it again. 3 lower highs. That's your 1-3-5 pattern. There's your target. There's a place to go short. It was at 63. And look and see where it is heading down. We'll go from that level right here. But that is definitely, let's check and see if this last little one made the final ABCD to the upside. I don't think it overshot it by, it missed it by quite a bit. Because remember, the overall target on this one, on that hourly, came in at 63, and the high was 64.5. You can't get any closer to that, man. That's pretty good. But this is what's interesting, all that action, and that was shown to you by looking at that 8-minute chart, and you can see this 1-3-5 pattern heading down, and that's what it looks like right now. Now, we're going to take a little break here, I think. If the old clock on the wall tells me I've got 32 seconds left, and then I don't have any seconds left. We're going to stay tuned for Norman, who calls it to the minute, Winski. We'll be right back, boys and girls.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly Gold Report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, we're back, folks. We have Norm Winski in the house. Norman, how are you doing today?
Great, Larry. Thanks for having me on your show.
It's our pleasure. Tell us what you're looking at today, my friend.
It's especially great with we have a little pickup in volatility, right?
Yeah, I think you could say that.
Okay, so due to a schedule conflict, I was not able to come on your show just ahead of the full moon 2 weeks ago. But I did a video of that, so if anybody'd like to see that, I will be happy to send that to them. And I'm going to review what you would have heard back then, the forecast, because I think it's important. A couple of these cycles are like cousins to what's going to happen this weekend. For example, we have a new moon coming this weekend. We had a full moon back then. We had a Mercury cycle over the weekend of the 19th, and we have another Mercury cycle coming this weekend. So that combination is somewhat related to what happened 2 weeks ago. So anyway, so we had the AC is after the close of the 19th. 19th was, where's my calendar? That was a Friday. So over that weekend, we had a full moon in the sign of Capricorn. Every time we have a full moon, new moon, I look at financials, grain, specials, metals, and because it was in Capricorn, run a special on coffee. Then we had a Mercury cycle. Anytime we have Mercury cycle, we look at corn, soybeans, wheat. Then we had a U.S. cycle here on the night of the 24th for stock, C-bonds, U.S. dollar. And then the night of the 26th, we had a double, two cycles, one to the U.S. chart for stock, C-bonds, U.S. dollar, and also Mercury aphelion. Aphelion is when the Mercury in its 88-day cycle around the sun is at its farthest point. And that's corn. We're going to look at corn, soybeans, wheat, and also because the sun is somewhat involved in that it's relative to the sun. We'll be looking at gold, and we probably should emphasize corn too. All right, here's your charts. And you notice here on our weekend of the 19th, we had the moon and Mercury. Those are the two important short to intermediate term cycles for the grains. And there you're right on a low for corn, and you had a nice rally. You had the 2 points there for corn, and you see you had a nice rally. Then we came back down, and you had a little short-term low there and a pop up for about a day or so over there. So we hit 3 out of 3 on the corn. Soybeans kind of going sideways, kind of confusing, so we do nothing there. A yellow box is a pass. We had the 2 points there, so that's a double pass day. Over here, the beans just kept going lower, so that's a miss. A red arrow is a miss. Green is good, red bad, yellow is a pass. All right, now we rallied into a nice high here on the wheat on our Moon-Mercury window. There, you had the 2 points there, and then a nice decline. And then we hit the low right there on our next point, which was the Mercury aphelion point there, and then it popped up on the wheat there. So you hit 3 out of 3 on the wheat. Here's our full moon in Capricorn coffee point here. You had a coffee always looks like it's not moving that much, but as you know, Larry, this thing's a beast. Every penny is $375. I think it moved about 8 cents there, which is about $3,000, $3,000. So there you go. You caught a low there and had a nice huge one day rally there for about 8 cents. Here's the gold pulling down into the moon there, and you had a nice rally in the gold. And then over here we had a little short-term high here on the gold. Silver did not behave very nicely. It looked like it was a nice setup and that we pulled down into the moon and then it went nowhere. So worst case, you would have had a small loss. Here's the S&P. Did very well on the S&P. You would have been selling there on the Moon-Mercury window, and it did go a little bit higher the next day before it had a big down there, huge down there, although after the day, nothing looks very big, I guess. And then we had our point here for the U.S. chart, and then we rallied up here into another double window there over the 26th which was a double whammy there, and then a big decline. So we hit 5 out of 5 on the S&P. Here are the bonds. We're just kind of going sideways here. That's a pass there. That was a really nice low there on our U.S. point, and then that one didn't work over here, and so that's we went 50-50 on the bonds. On the dollar, we had that point there, went nowhere, so that's a miss. Here we had a little sold against that high there, and you had a bit of a decline, and then into that low there. That's a U.S. point there, and that's also a U.S. point. And then you popped up, and so you went 2 out of 3 on the dollar. So we add up all the green arrows and all the red arrows. We had 17 winners, 4 misses out of 21 for 80.95%. Here's what's coming up. Do we have time before the commercial there, Larry?
We've got a minute or two, but then we'll have some more after the commercial. So take your time. We're not in any hurry.
Come back off the commercial, you know. Okay. So anyway, we got a 4-point cycle cluster this weekend. Could be why the market's moving so big right now. AC is actually close, and today's August 2nd. So this weekend we have, from the point of view of the sun, that's heliocentric Mars, going to exchange signs, go into the sign of Taurus, the bull. That's cattle, cotton. By the way, let me remind you, stocks potentially respond to all events. All right, and then also this weekend we have a Jupiter to the U.S. chart for stock T-bonds U.S. dollar, and we have a new moon in the sign of Leo for financials, grains, precious metals, and with an emphasis on corn and gold. And then we also have Mercury in the sign of Virgo turning retrograde, which again is your grains, corn, soybeans, wheat. So that's a 4-point whammy there for this weekend, for a big window. And we're, so far, when I last looked, I had a big down day yesterday, even bigger down day today. And if we close near the lows today, and we follow through a bit on Monday, there will be a good chance, possible good setup for a low on Monday. Any questions, Larry?
Yes, I'd like you to say that a possible low on Monday. Do you give any price projections on that, Norman?
You want me to give you a probability?
Probability is different than the price projection. Do you have an area where you'd be a buyer of the Dow Jones?
I don't have a price objective. I'm Mr. Time. I mostly focus on time.
Mr. Time, okay.
As Mr. Gann said, time is more important than price.
That's for sure. You're absolutely 100% on that.
If you have the right time, Larry, if you have the right time, you'll have the right price.
This is correct. We got 40 seconds left to go. You want to tell the folks how they can reach you, Norm?
I'll just follow through on that. Let me prove my point there. If you maybe you got a key price level, but if it's not at the right time, if the market gets there, it's not the right time.
Norm.
It may not work. What's that?
Just we're going to come back and you're going to repeat that whole thing because the bell rang and they're paying some bills. Okay.
Gotcha.
So finish that up and then you can tell the folks how they can reach you.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
The stock market is a delicate interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, we're back, folks. Speaking with Norm Winski. Please continue your sentence before we interrupted by the commercial.
Okay, I was saying, Mr. Gay had said, time is more important than price. I'm going to extrapolate that a bit and say that if you have the right time, you will have the right price. However, you can pick a Fibonacci level or whatever, the price, pick a key price. If the market gets there and it's not the right time, the market may blow right through that, and then you'll have a losing trade. But it's almost absolute that if you can forecast the exact time that the market is going to turn, you will have the right price and you'll have a winning trade. Time is where it's at. Time is the most important factor in the market. I have no doubt about that.
That's fair enough, my friend. Listen, tell the folks how they can reach you.
Okay. Before we do that, any questions from the Tiger Den?
Nope, no questions today. You covered it pretty good. Could you repeat the 4 things that are happening astrologically over the weekend, the full moon and all the other stuff?
We have the heliocentric Mars. That's from the point of view of the sun. Mars will be changing signs, going into the sign of Taurus the bull, which is cattle and cotton. Then we also have Jupiter to the U.S. chart for stocks, T-bonds, U.S. dollar. And we have a new moon in Leo, which we're going to be looking, anytime we have new moon, full moon, look at financials, grains, precious metals. And because it's in the sign of Leo, we're emphasizing corn and gold. And then we also have Mercury in Virgo turning retrograde with the new moon and Mercury turning. Oh, there it is. Larry, there's our old friend from 2015. A new moon and Mercury turning retrograde, right? Yep. Remember that?
Yeah, sure did. It wasn't in May. Yeah, it was May. 18th,
yeah. May 18th, 19th. Yep. I researched that, came back and said that's a very high percentage turn in the markets. Most of the ones I saw were highs. Obviously, this is not likely to be a high. This could be a low. But it worked like 9 out of 10 times, And that window turned out to be the high day of the year for 2015. That was in about May 18th, 19th, 2015.
Very good. I remember that very, very vividly. I certainly do. It was a big high up at that area. Hey, Norm, thanks for joining us today. Tell the folks how they can reach you, my friend. Give me your,
here's my bio real quick. I've been doing this about 50 years or so, and I've studied all these different disciplines. Astro, Elliott. I'm not a big Elliott fan kind of down the list there. Fibonacci, all kinds of harmonics, astrophysics. And you can get a hold of me. I'd be happy to talk to you. I'll have it send the video from 2 weeks ago or whatever you like, all for free with a money-back guarantee. If you mention Larry, I'll double your money-back guarantee.
Yeah, you're really sport spending my money that way, huh?
There you go.
Hey, thanks for joining us, Norm. And
then you can contact me. I'm in beautiful Naples, Florida. There we go. There's my contact info. You can call me at 239-594-3939, 239-594-3939. You can email me at nwinski@yahoo.com, or you can call me on Skype at nwinski, that's NWINSKI, @yahoo.com. I hope to help some of the folks there, Larry. Looking forward to hear from some of the folks.
Thank you very much, Norm. Okay, folks, we've got a special email we got today from Mr. MR up there in the state of Washington. He sends us a real interesting chart here. I'm going to bring it up. It's from the Elliott Wave. They sent it out this morning, but I think it's interesting because of the way that the patterns are lining up. Let me come over here and get into the program so that we can put the charts up so that we can see them one more time. And we'll get this up here to take a look at it. Here it is. This is the, they just sent this out, and what he's looking for is a potential major high here in gold. Now you can see, if you look at this, there's 3 drives to a top right there at the top. This is the one we were focusing on, and that's what we were looking at it, 25.17. The high was 25.22, dropped $70. But here's the interesting part. You see here, open interest has started to drop down here. This is the open interest. When markets go up like this, and you can see the last part of this means open interest is decreasing. There's not new buying. This is usually short covering, so there might be something to this. I happened to see this pattern, and MR thought that it was interesting because we were on the video last night talking about this 3 drive, but they don't show a 3 drive up in here. Of course, if they blew it up, I'm sure they would probably be able to do that, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, now let's get back here and move over to one of the other charts that we want to be watching as we go through here this morning. And that is, we have a question about the corn. Let me get this up here since a big full moon coming in here on corn. Here's Christmas corn. It's up a little bit today. Not very much. It came off the bottom a little bit. I mean, we're talking peanuts, folks. You can see there's peanuts. And here's where we are over the last 3 trading days. And I can see Johnny's back there already raising his hand. Look at the 382. Oh, Johnny, let's see if you got it right. Well, Johnny, you missed it, buddy. This one was the 50% level. We're setting at the 382 right now. So anyway, that corn doesn't look like it's quite ready to go. Looking at this on the daily, hold on just a minute. Let's get this back up here, and you'll see there's where we are. We made a lower low here yesterday. We bounced a little bit today, so keep an eye on this for Monday, because if these cycles are talking about what Norm was talking about, believe me, that one he did on May in 2015 was a monster, folks. That was a big move. Maybe it happened, maybe it won't, but that's what the timing is about. I don't do timing very much, folks. I do the stuff that I'm comfortable with, as far as the internet. The AI program, and that's just been doing, looking at harmonics over how many times the market bottoms between 10:30 and 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock some days. But, that's totally different thing. We work on the premise that the patterns are going to tell us where we want to get to. So let's take a look at this gold market here just real closely. If this is in fact a true thing that Mr. Which he was talking about, that this could be the high in the gold right here at 35.22 was the high, and we were looking for it to come in around 17. Of course, we went through all this before with you on this, what we were watching, but we'll go down to that smaller time frame. Anyway, there was a 382 rally back, And if that's the case, we should start to go lower. Now, I want to give you a commercial here. Folks, they have a micro contract for gold and a micro contract for silver that trades hundreds of thousands of contracts a day. So you don't have to be worried about that $14,000 margin requirement that you have with gold. You can get one for like $1,400 because it's 1/10 of the amount. So you can still play these. And of course, with these big swings, you get some pretty big moves. So that's what I wanted to mention. They're both gold and silver. Don't use the mini contracts. The mini contracts have no open interest, and I think 600 contracts in silver and 1,200 or so in the gold. You got to use the micro contracts. I didn't even know they existed on micro contracts. I knew they had it on the S&P, but didn't know anything about it. Other stuff. Hey, we're going to take a break here. 877-927-6648.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, folks, this is the E-mini S&P here, and you notice that the ABCD on this pattern measures to 5275. That is 70 handles from where we are right now. And remember, if we go down 120 candles, we could be there very easily at that level. Now, the low that we made this morning, from the low that we made back here on the 28th of May to the high, stopped below the 61% retracement by quite a bit. And the 786 comes in here at 53.16. So I would, there might be some support coming in here, making new lows on the day. The low here was 30. So if you make a new low down here at 53.16 and this holds, then you should be okay. But anything starting to get below here, folks, either today or Monday is going to be pretty nasty. So you've got to be respect these things because they don't always work. But when the numbers are there, you got to be standing and don't stand in front of that freight train, okay? Because you can, just like this morning, you had that chance. There was your ABCD right there, right after the open. There was your opening right here. There's stocks opened here. They go right up to this level here, and then boom, then you made another 382 here. Stop would have been above the 50%, and so looks like that's what's happening. So I hope that's helpful to you folks. I want to thank Norman Winski for being our guest today. Next Monday, we are going to have Grace Morris from Astro Trends out of Florida. And then on Tuesday, we're going to have Bill Meridian, Cycles Research out of Vienna, Austria, as our guest. So please live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless. And try to do something nice for your neighbors, folks, because not everybody has it easy. So that's it, and we'll see you on the flip side tomorrow, and may God bless.